Should we do Ride Along?
Glad that went well.
Fine. So Ride Along, an action comedy, short on both action and indeed comedy. So story is Ice Cube is a rock hard detective who's rock hard, and Kevin Hart is this security guard who wants to be a policeman and also, by a hilarious coincidence, wants to marry Ice Cube's sister. Ice Cube doesn't want him to marry his sister, and he doesn't want him to be a policeman either, but he agrees to take him for a ride along in order to put him off becoming a policeman. And during the ride along, the rookie has to endure a whole bunch of sort of, this comic setup is, hey, Ice Cube's really hard and Kevin Hart isn't in the ride along. Should we have a clip?
Looking forward to it already.
See what you got.
Hey, do we need like goggles or earplugs or anything like that?
No, usually the bad guys don't give us time to put on all that kind of stuff.
Okay, right. That's actually a good point. It makes a lot of sense. And it's better to keep it real. I would rather this be real. You know what I mean?
Keep it real.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Freeze! How do you say freeze?
Freeze.
Freeze. Okay. You know what it is? You don't move your top lip that much. I move my top lip so it doesn't come out stern. You get what I'm saying? Freeze. Freeze.
Just shoot.
Shoot. Shoot. Okay. See, you pronounce everything. I got you. You ready? Here we go.
That was a hilarious clip, that was.
How much did you laugh during that?
Not once, or felt the inclination.
Interesting thing is that the stunts and the car crashes, they've decided to make them sort of quite big and loud. I think it's largely so that you can't hear the sound of people not laughing at the jokes. It was one of those, there's the whole thing, you have to judge movies on their own merits, right? You have to judge them on their own terms. What are they setting out to be? People always complain and say, oh, critics, they're always trying to read, more into a film than the film is trying to do. Some films are just fun. Some films are just action movies. Some films are just, and I agree with that, but there is a difference between a good action movie and a bad action movie, and a good buddy cop movie and a bad buddy cop movie. And in the case of Non-Stop, the problem is that it's a meat-headed airplane thriller. It's fine, but it's nothing like as good as the best of those. And in the case of this, it's those two guys, they're stuck together, they're chalk and cheese, it's 48 hours, it's cop out, whatever. We know how these riffs work, and it's perfectly possible to watch them and, be entertained by them, and it's also perfectly possible to watch them and go, that's neither action-packed nor funny. And the problem with this is that it is an action comedy that doesn't do either of the two things. And Lawrence Fishburne has got this role in it, which literally looks like they went, Lawrence, you're free for a couple of days? No. Pay a couple of million. All right.
And can I do it in one day?
Exactly. Can I do it down? Can I do it by Skype? Is that going to be possible? So and it's not just a matter of. It's all over the posters. It says the US #1 smash hit.
You sound very disappointed.
Insufficient laughter, insufficient action, insufficient engagement with the audience, and Tim Story is not. Who's the director? He's not somebody who's completely without talent. He managed to make a huge hit out of Taxi, for heaven's sake. So. Yeah, not good in many ways.